When most people think of lakes in Slovenia, they think of Lake Bled. But less people know there's a bigger lake not far from Bled called Lake Bohinj. And we're going to be exploring the Lake Bohinj area to see what you can do there. So we started our journey in Bled, where we got on the bus at the main bus station in Bled. That took us to Bohinj. And you can take a bus, it comes every hour, and it can take you to either Bohinj in Ribčev, the city, or it takes you to Ukanc, which is on the other side. We got dropped off at Ribčev, and we're gonna walk over to Ukanc from here. We're gonna see what you can do in Ribčev, and then we're gonna go over to Ukanc. The bus ride takes about 30 minutes to get to Ribčev. We just went to a restaurant here quickly on the side of Ribčev, and we got a fresh trout. It's the fish that we see all over in the river, so it's honestly really good fish. Definitely recommend getting a trout when coming here. In the town of Bohinj itself, you have a couple of hotels, restaurants, and a few apartments, and then just like an info center and a supermarket. The town is very small, very quick to walk around. We're chilling now at the main beach area beside the bridge in the church with a nice view of the mountains. The water is freezing, and as you can see, the beach is very, very big. Also, you can rent some paddle boards, canoes, kayaks, and take it over the lake. Now we're on our way to Ukanc, which is where the cable car is. So we're gonna go check that out. And it's a pretty decent walk along the side of the road. This goat right here is Zlatorog, which means golden horns. And there's a big myth behind him. He would stand on top of Mount Triglav, which is the tallest mountain in Slovenia. One day a young hunter fell in love with a maiden, and he gave her flowers and she fell in love with him. But then a rich merchant came, he stole the maiden, she fell in love with the rich merchant now. So the young hunter went and decided to go get Zlatorog's horns. And so he climbed up Mount Triglav and he found Zlatorog. He shot him and blood started gushing out, and Zlatorog started running to the cliffside. And then the blood that fell onto the snow at the top turned into the Triglav rose. Zlatorog ate that rose and it instantly healed him. And so when the hunter came and found Zlatorog at the cliffside, Zlatorog charged at the hunter and he was blinded by his golden horns and he knocked him off the cliff. After that, Zlatorog left Triglav, never to return, but it's said that his golden horns remain somewhere under Mount Triglav. Now we went to Ukanc, and here we're going on the Vogel cable car, which takes us to the top of the mountain. The price of it is 28 euros for adults, and if you're under 23, it's 25 euros. Right when you get off, you have a nice viewpoint, which is just a big platform right over the edge. It's just see-through and it's really nice. You get a whole view of Lake Bohinj. This is now the top of Mount Vogel, which is 1,535 meters tall. Snowball fight. That tall one right over there is Mount Triglav, which is the tallest mountain in Slovenia. At the top here, you just have a beautiful view of all the mountains in Triglavski and also in the Julian Alps. You're just surrounded by the stunning mountains. There's not too much to do up here. We were just walking around, went on some paths, and we couldn't really figure out what to do. There's a couple of lookouts and then some places to eat, and you can also see some hotels that people use during the winter time, because this is also a ski resort. there's two more things you can do here around Lake Bohinj. The first one is to check out the Savica waterfall, which is a nice waterfall on the side of the mountain. It's here in Ukanc. Bit of a hike to get there from the city. We just didn't have time to do both of these. And the second one is in Attribution-ShareAlike, and that is checking out the Moslina Gorge. It's similar to the Vintgar Gorge in Bled, so it's also just a bit of a hike from Attribution-ShareAlike that takes you to the gorge. Those are two other main things you can do here in Bohinj. That's about all you can do in Bohinj. You can just walk around these little pathways where you can go through a river or the lake. It's pretty similar to Bled, except Bled obviously has the castle and the church in the middle, but it's definitely worth checking out if you just want to come here. So the bus station is just a little bench here, and it's time to go back to Bled. The bus comes every hour, 40 minutes past the hour. I hope you enjoyed this video about Lake Bohinj. If you want to watch more of my videos, click on the one showing up. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.